So another quality that I think is very important in being a leader or hoping to be a leader and in a leadership role of any way, and by the way, leadership is done at every level. You've all been around another classmate who has no more authority than you do, who leads in a situation. He may lead on an athletic field or in the band or just in the classroom. It's about your personality. It's not about position. So one of the things I think is very important for you to understand if you really want to be a true leader is you're going to make mistakes. You're going to screw up. I've made some doozies. And luckily, I don't have to tell you about them right now, but at some point along my career, I've had to own up to them. I've had to admit the mistakes I've made, and I've had to apologize. And people will respect that for you. They respect you as a human being because we all know we make mistakes. When I go into a law enforcement profession, you know, you worry about the mistake. You worry about making a mistake so big that you're going to cause a case to be a loser, to blow a case, things like that. What I've learned along the way is even a system as strictly driven as the criminal justice system, mistakes are admissible. As mistakes are something that are expected. And one of the things you have to do in my profession is I contact the prosecutor right away and say, hey, I think I might have made a mistake here. I want you to know about it right away. In your position, I don't know what that'll be. But as a person, think about the people that you've had an effect on during your life and whether or not they would have the same opinion of you if they knew you were wrong and you just simply wouldn't admit it. That's kind of common sense stuff. It's not rocket science. It goes right back to being a good person. So be humble and admit when you made mistakes. Hey, what's wrong, Mikey?
I dropped my Lego bat wing. It broke everywhere.
Wow. Well, sometimes, Mikey, you know, when mistakes happen like that, you just got to pick yourself up, start all over. That's what my good friend and one of the most talented people in Tuscarawas County would say, Sarah Dugger. I suggest you talk to her and take her advice.
Yeah, but this took me like 5 minutes to build.
Grow up, Mikey.
Hello, my name is Sarah Dugger, and I'm a textile designer and fine artist. I'm here to present to you Tubthump, an exercise in perseverance. When I graduated from Bowling Green State University, the keynote speaker gave a quote at the end of his speech, which is totally normal. Most people do this. Most people pick wise people who really have weight to send you off into the world. My keynote speaker chose the one-hit wonder band Chumbawamba and their chart-topping song Tub Thumping to send us out into the world. I know you know it. It goes like this. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. Everybody, I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. It was amazing. The whole arena was chanting this song. And that was how graduation ended. We all marched out of the arena to this song, which is really a song about perseverance, if you think about it. This keynote speaker picked this part of this song as the defining quality of my graduating class. And I think it's come full circle, and it's your defining quality too. If I think back over my 25 years of working, I'm a textile designer and an illustrator and a fine artist. I've worked in New York City and San Francisco. This fight song pops into my head a lot. My working journey has been amazing. It's not been easy, but I am still here and I'm still designing, still dreaming, still working. You are never going to keep me down. But I have a question for you. How do you develop perseverance? How do you keep going when you don't know how to keep going? How do you develop the confidence and the energy and the strength and the focus to stay going? I think one of the best places that you can go to develop perseverance is a very simple place. You don't need a device, you don't need data, you don't need power, you don't show it to anybody. Nobody likes it, nobody comments. I think the best place to develop perseverance is in a sketchbook. If I look back over my 30 years of keeping a sketchbook, I find all kinds of things within their pages. Poems and prayers, directions to job interviews, dreams and aspirations, frustrations, chaotic scribbles, nonsensical mark making, horrible ideas for textile designs, and even worse ideas for paintings. It's all in there. All the chatter in my brain I can dump out into my sketchbook and keep going. I can stay focused on what I need to stay focused on and keep moving. So how do you start? How do you start keeping a sketchbook if you've never kept one? Well, we're going to work through a little exercise to get you thinking. Where are my artists at? Poets, musicians, you're going to love this. It's abstract and conceptual. You will get it. My mathematicians, logical thinkers, econ kids, just hang with me. This might be totally weird for you and out of your normal thing that you do, but it's for you. The great thing about a sketchbook is it's kind of like putting what's in your brain down on a page. And so everybody's is going to be different. There's no right or wrong answers. We're just going to go with it. So you have a sheet, a worksheet, that's got 9 boxes on it with 9 words underneath. And they're emotional words. And we're going to use the visual language of line and mark making to kind of make some marks on that page, give you a place where you can start in your sketchbook. And we're not going for drawings, right? We're not going to represent something with like a smiley face or a flower or some other kind of representational line. We're just using lines that feeling lines, right? So here's what I'm talking about. If I were to write the word strong, oop, need an R in there. I graduated from Philly. And weak. If I wanted to draw a line that looked strong, I would go like this. That's a strong line to me. On the other side, if I wanted to draw a weak line or mark, I might just do this. That seems kind of weak. So you see what I'm saying? Don't think, just work. You're going to work from your gut and connect in your head and your hand and your eye and your gut and make these marks. You have 30 seconds. I'm going to do it with you. Here we go. Okay, so you can see this was my line for joy. This was my line for tired. This was my lonely little line, little mark down here. What's the point? Why do this? Why make these marks and not just use a thing? Why not draw something, that looks tired, an actual thing that looks tired? The point is sometimes you won't have words. You won't know, sometimes you just don't know how to say or draw or write or whatever it is that's going on in your head. So what's the point? Why go through with this exercise? Why make these marks that don't make sense to anybody but you? The point is sometimes that's what's going to happen. You're going to get thrown off your plan and you won't be able to find the words. You've got all this stuff banging around in your head and you're going to want to find a place to put it. Your sketchbook is a place where you can get your feet up under you so that you can push aside the bad thoughts, focus on the good thoughts, and keep moving. You are unique. Nobody thinks the way you do. Nobody problem solves the way you do. And this is the place where you can go to put those thoughts down. So when you get knocked down, and you will get knocked down, you can get back up again, and nobody will ever keep you down.